Hey guys, happy spring. I'm Jonah and I'm here with my stepdad, Brett. We were just in the office talking about a couple spring tips that really go a long way for a minimal amount of effort and a little amount out of pocket. Brett, what are some spring tips our friends and clients can use this springtime?
A lot of people are getting their house ready to go on the market, and these are some tips that you can use at your own house. One of them is I just power washed my whole house, and I was shocked at the different color. I mean, there's a lot of gunk and dirt that builds up on the winter on the exterior of your house. So that's one of my first things is clean up the outside of the house, and you'll be shocked at the color, right?
The first thing that I have done this year, and that is going to take a little bit of time to kind of get rolling, I've noticed, is getting my yard in better condition. I've got just a lot of dandelions coming in, so I've got some weed and feed out there. I've got some fertilizer out there. I've got the weeds pulled in the flower beds and whatnot. Even just those little simple things really have freshened up my whole curb appeal. And if I were to go on the market, it would affect the sellability for sure, the first impression.
A lot of these tips are things that you can do yourself, or we utilize a lot of vendors too that can help, get things done, like de-winterizing your sprinkler system and making sure that the sprinklers are actually working. And one thing that they recommend is make sure that your sprinklers are actually pointing on the grass or what you want to water and not your house. A lot of people's basements get flooded by their sprinkler systems.
Which is no good. That's not what you want just for something as small as going and checking yourself. One thing that I definitely refer out that I'm not going to mess with at all is pest control. I've got a very heavily wooded kind of backyard, and all of the little crawlies kind of creeping into my house this time of year. So I refer out our pest control, and they've already been one time this year. I'm sure they'll be again, but they do a great job. So.
Yeah, the other thing that is a big area is the temperatures are warming up, and so your air conditioner is going to be kicking on. Make sure you pull that cover off if you put one on. And then it's always a good idea to have those serviced, have the filters changed, and make sure that it's running really good, because that's a big important system in your house. And a lot of these items can become deferred maintenance that become big ticket items later on. And so the springtime's a great time to handle a lot of these little things so they don't build up into a big mess later on.
Definitely. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a great spring.